Okay guys, quick update. I actually lost track of the days. Technically, since the day I lost my voice, I woke up and my voice was gone. I didn't feel like crap until like 3 days later, but my voice was completely gone. Couldn't talk on the phone, nothing. It's been 13 days. The last time we were this sick, it was Omicron, maybe? But I don't think it's COVID. I think it's just being sick. I think my body just is, what did you say, honey, from the traveling, and then the drinks, and then the wedding, my friends came into town, we got a little rowdy. The last month, my body finally caught up with me. A bug is going around. So what I'm trying to say is that I am so thankful that I would have been out of work. I mean, I probably could have mustered up the strength today if I was on the truck. I'm weak right now, man. I can't. We would have been screwed. If we were a one-man show and it was just me and my lady, I would have been 10 days out of work. My body was just dead. Kind of like an add-on to the last video, employee to business owner. I have an angry customer because there's a job that we attempted to do last night, but we weren't able to do it. It ended up being a little more difficult than we can handle. It was like a giant server rack. We needed this special tool. We couldn't use the Sawzall. It was not worth the price that she kind of forced us into, because I gave her a range and then she kind of was like, oh, I can only do $4. So it ended up $495 and it just wasn't worth it. This is like $1,000 job. So anyways, she just called me. So let's see if she's understanding or if she just yells at me. Because she was supposed to be out last night and we came back again today to try to help her, but here goes. We couldn't do it.
Hello?
Hi, this is Andrew with Jedi Junk Removal.
Andrew, did they just leave?
They told me that they weren't able to do it, and they explained we tried our hardest. I guess we have a toolbox of 295 tools and none of them fit. We couldn't use the Sawzall. We spent 2 hours there last night and then an hour today, and I tried my hardest, but my guys are just not capable of completing this project. I don't understand why, but they told me it's just not doable. And we don't ever walk away from a job unless it's dangerous or we can get hurt, but this is just not something both crews were not able to complete. And I sent my guys out there 2 times, 2 different crews, and they both said it's not doable.
I know, but when I spoke to Chad, I was just across the street, and I said, well, take everything else.
Did you guys work out a deal for taking everything else, or what?
Well, no, because he was saying, oh, it's $395. I mean, what was quoted yesterday was $495.
$495 for everything, which apparently was, I guess, it was supposed to be $695, and then you said your budget was $495. We tried to make it work. We couldn't get it done, but we didn't have an agreement. Do you want them to come back and take everything that they can take?
But not for $395, because I sent you pictures. All of that the building crew cleaned up and took away.
So pictures, like I said, I always tell people I never give a quote over the phone. I always say we need to see it in person because I can't see through the phone. Pictures, we always only give firm quotes on site. Where I got to call Chad and ask how much stuff there was, and then he can tell me how much it would be if you want us to take the rest of it. But you're going to get a better deal if you find a crew, another junk removal company capable of taking everything all in one go, rather than paying us to take just the small stuff and then another crew to come take another junk removal company to come get the server rack, because I was told we can't use our chainsaw to cut it in half.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, it was supposed to be yesterday.
I told you guys.
Okay, I gotta get going.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Rena.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay guys, don't ever do that with customers, but that's why I'm not a phone operator. I didn't show the full phone conversation because I ended up getting a little upset and raising my voice, which you should never do with customers, but I literally lost so much money trying to help her and she wasn't even appreciative. I lost who knows how much money there on this job trying to help her. It just sucks when you get customers like that. I get she has to be out or she's gonna be in trouble, but she can show the building manager that she hired us and we failed, and the building manager would be understanding about that and be like, okay, you tried and you failed. You know, try again. We're gonna go pick up the dump truck and swap it with the F-150, the crew working in Ventura, because the F-150 is getting some work done on it. We're getting a rack installed, all that stuff. It's gonna be really cool. So I gotta go do that. But at the same time, one of our white trucks is kind of on its way breaking down. The backup for the F-150 is kind of falling apart. So we have to take that into the shop. And then once the F-150 is done, we're gonna go back to the Ventura crew, take the dump truck and take the dump truck back to the shop because it still needs a new Cadillac converter or whatever. I guess something's wrong with the Cadillac converter. And I'm on phones. Phones are blowing up like crazy today. I've already had like 15 phone calls while driving. People asking, what's the schedule? Where are they at? what I'm getting at is once you start getting this busy, you can't be on phones. I take phones 2 days a week. I'm looking for a weekend guy or whatever to take over phones. There's days where I can just chill at home and not have to help the crews, right? And that's easy. But in the midst of chaos, when stuff happens and you have to go fix the trucks or replace a tire or go meet up with the crew member or just millions of things that happens, it's impossible to deal with helping each crew, the 2 crews, and taking in 50 phone calls a day. How do you feel about it, babe?
Don't get me.
How chaotic is it right now?
Extremely.
I barely had time to eat. How many times do you think the phones rang?
Like 20.
20 times since we left the house at 8 a.m. and it's 10 a.m. So at least 20 calls in the last 2 hours. I mean, I do have Bluetooth, but it's like, where are the guys at? I gotta hang up, call the crew. Where are you at? Call them back. Oh God. But that's the name of the game. You want to do $5,000 a day, you need phone calls. Without phone calls, you ain't making money, so better get back to work. Oh yeah, I got 2 phone calls to call back. Here, let's get a phone call. I want you guys to actually hear a phone call. You guys ready to hear my phone skills?
Hello.
Hi, this is Andrew with Jedi Junk Removal. I missed a call from here earlier. How can I help you?
Hi Andrew. Yeah, I've got some junk.
You got some junk. That's great. That's what we love, junk.
So I've got like a couch, 2-piece couch, and like a 55-inch TV, and some more just miscellaneous things. I'm in Camarillo. Yeah, I was just wondering what that would cost.
Yeah, absolutely. So you said a 2-piece couch, like a sectional?
Yeah, like a sectional.
Cool. Let me just tell you how it works really quick. So we have a giant dump truck. It's 12 feet long by 7 feet wide. You may have seen those dump trucks. And you just pay for the space that you use up. So it starts at $125. That usually covers up to the size of your standard like household item, like a fridge or a couch, something like that. It just kind of goes up from there. If you were to fill an entire dump truck, which you're not going to, it's like you can fit like a 1-2 bedroom apartment's worth of furniture if you pack it properly, and that's $795. There's 12 price points in total. And all price points include labor and taxes, full service labor. So you're definitely on the lower side of it. I don't like to give estimates over the phone because I've shot myself in the foot too many times, but we do not charge to come out. So you're definitely on the lower side depending on how much miscellaneous stuff you have.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. And I guess the next question is, what's your availability?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just pull up our system really quick. Let's see what we got. We could squeeze you in today or tomorrow. So our next available today is 4 to 6 p.m. arrival window. And then if you want earlier in the morning, we can do tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. We can do tomorrow morning. How's that work?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're pretty flexible tomorrow morning. You can choose any 2-hour window you'd like. Between 6 and 6, so 6 to 8 a.m. if you're an early bird, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, so on and so on.
Yeah, we can do 6 to 8.
Right on, early bird. All right, so we have you scheduled, let's see, for tomorrow with an arrival of between 6 to 8 a.m. And you will get a confirmation text and a text when we're on our way as well. So you'll have like a 30-minute heads up when so you don't have to sit there twiddling your thumbs for 2 hours. You'll know when we're coming.
Great, awesome.
And yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much for calling.
All right, thanks.
You have a wonderful rest of your day.
All right, you as well.
Bye. And we're booked. Booked and busy. Hello, guys. Andrew with Jedi Junk Removal. Make sure. He said there might be somebody here, so I don't want him to hear me say this might be our first demo job. But let's go. Let's go take a peek. Okay, so as you guys can see, this job is going to require an excavator so we could break down all of this stuff, and then we can use an excavator with a claw so that we can just load it into the dump truck. We might need to get like a bobcat or skid steer of some kind too to help out, to like go in and grab stuff. Or actually, we definitely are. Looking at all the burnt equipment, that's going to be like, we could probably put 3 of these ones into one load. Well, maybe 4. I'm like looking at sections, right?
Yeah.
Between the concrete. So the wood alone is probably 1 load, give or take one, or we'll call it 2 loads. We'll call another 3 loads down here. This is gonna be 5 loads. This is gonna be 2 loads for the machines, that's 7. Not much wood here. So we'll just keep it at 2 loads. So we'll say it's 8 loads now total. 2 machines, that's a load. All this wood, another 2, call it 10, 11 loads. Over here, we're looking at all this wood, another 2 or 3 loads. So we'll call it 15 loads. And I don't know what the nearest dump is here, but we might have to drive far too, because we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. So if we look, 22 miles each way, and it's a slow, it's like we can't drive too fast either because it's a wavy road. So that's 40 miles each loader. You guys remember, we're in LA. We're looking at $6 a gallon out here. So these dump trucks will add up. So $7.95 is our Ventura load, times 15 is 12,000, plus the machine is gonna be $400 a day, but we need a bobcat and a skid steer. We're looking at $600 a day. We'll get it for 2 days to be safe, because I don't know how quickly we can do. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of driving. We might have to do it over 2 days, so we'll call it $1,200 for the machines. 12,000 plus $2,000 in equipment, just in case it goes into 3 days. We'll say 15 with and maybe less. That is how I bid any job. All you can really do is just estimate. You'll get better at it too with like practice. Like if you guys see all this, you can just kind of imagine it like all smashed down in a giant pile down here. I'm thinking like that's at least 3 loads, you know, and then if we come in under and he saves $1,000, he'll be happy. He'll want to use this again because we came in like, instead of 15,000, we charge him 14. But we'll see. That's how you bid a job. And hopefully this demo project goes through. Toodles! Okay, check it out. See the rain? It's about to rain crazy, but we were supposed to have a big demo project and I was gonna be renting an excavator and a skid steer for my first time. Yes, I've been doing this for 13 months and I have yet to rent an excavator or do a big demo project. So I'm super excited. I finally got my first demo project. I've had a couple big demo requests come through, but they were just like, I didn't have enough experience. This is like a perfect practice job. Like it's not too crazy. It's in a very nice open area. It's in the middle of nowhere. But anyways, we're gonna reschedule it because it is about to start raining crazy. Well, I will be back in 2 days with the excavator and I will give you guys all the things I've learned and some cool footage, what I'm gonna learn from my first demo job. Super excited. But for now, I gotta wait for my crew to get here with my other truck and I will see you guys soon. That's it for now.